Where'd you find that chicken?
In your bedroom.
How many did you find in there?
I think two.
It is another rainy day on the homestead. We've gotten a little bit of infrastructure here. I bought this baker's rack and these shelves over here to put stuff on. We are finding a lot of mice right now. Inside our trailer, we've got a bunch of traps and we've caught like 3, 4, 5 mice, I don't know. But I'm finding mice droppings up here. I have grains in jars and stuff. We had potatoes up on the shelf thinking it was high enough, but they got into them. So there's food in jars and that's it. No more food sitting out. So that's helpful. Also, yesterday, we didn't really video it, but Megan and Josiah built us a deck. I'm going to go out here and see if we can see it. We used pallets and we had a bunch of decking. The decking off of the decking off the mobile home that we destroyed. And so we put our rug over it and it makes a really nice deck. Now the water will drain through and it won't be all mucky here. We'll be able to walk. We put in some fences because the goats, they would not stay off the patio. Now the chickens won't stay off the patio either. So we still have a little chicken poop around, but they're not like getting into the food and knocking stuff over. And the goats were peeing and pooping right in the middle of our courtyard here. And that was really bad. So chicken poop's a little easier to clean up. And we're shooing them off as much as possible. I think we may put chicken wire around the bottoms of our trailers just to mitigate that a little bit. But we have a gate on the other side too, so we can go out both ways. A little bit of rock over there. So I feel like we're getting some stuff set up here, making it feel a little bit like an actual home. But with all the rain, it is muddy and mucky here, like pretty much everywhere. We built a stone path so that we could walk not in the mud. Look at the baby chicks. Every time you come out here, they think you have food, so they come running. Hi, Robin. We think that's a rooster. We're not sure. Pretty sure. Some of them we're not sure about. Okay. I think that's Padme, Princess Aglaia. That's Cinnamon. Hi, Cinnamon. She's one of our older chickens. We think the old ones we got, the very first batch, are pretty old. We don't get very many eggs from them, so we're kind of annoyed. So, rainy day. Kids are setting up a swing down there. Brendan's building them a swing, kind of a rope swing. My goal for today, eventually, hopefully, is to plant the strawberries. I have 75 June-bearing strawberries, because it's all they had, and then 15 organic ever-bearing strawberries that I found online. So we're going to get those in the ground. My other goal for today is to take this pavilion, since it's been raining for like 4 or 5 days. Our milking stand is wet and it's out in the open. So my goal is to put it inside what we call the greenhouse. We're not using it as a greenhouse. It never worked. So I have like a windbreak I'm going to put on the back to block the rain, hopefully. And then I might ask for some rock to be put in there so that I can put the milking stand in it. And we can milk out of the rain because it's very wet and very hard to milk. And I think we have one goat, one of the new goats, I think has mastitis. So, and maybe staph mastitis. I'm just trying to learn about all this. I really don't know anything about goat diseases or things, but she has little kind of pimples on her udder. And everything I've read says that's probably staph infection, but she also has hard lumps inside her udder, meaning probably clogged ducts. She makes so much milk, and we know the buck was only drinking off one side, so we think maybe the other side got mastitis. So anyway, I'm trying to treat it. You know me, I do things naturally, so I'm trying to figure that out. I'm really afraid it's going to spread to the other goats, so I'm working on it, but being out of the rain would help me. Anyway, I'm milking her like 3 times a day at least, so that hopefully it works the mastitis out and she doesn't build up too much milk.
so wet. It's hard not to get disheartened when it's this wet because you just can't get out there and do anything besides slosh around in the mud. We have a little tarped workshop area that stays really very dry. I think there's a 16 by 12 foot tarp over it, so it's kind of nice because we can go out there and do a little hand tool stuff, sharpen some chisels, or build some small boxes, whatever we're working on, and that works out okay even in the rain. But just getting from there to here and staying warm is weird. I mean, it's springtime. It's been pretty warm, but I think 4 or 5 days now it's rained, so that's not great. And it's additionally disheartening because we're on solar power and we're barely eking by on solar power. So when you get 5 days of rain, it doesn't work. We're running the generator a lot.
Going out to feed the tractor chickens. I got a jar of grain and I have to get a bucket of water to replace their water. Wouldn't think I would have to with all this rain, but I guess they need something to drink. So that's where we're going. Okay, so it's been day 2. It rained really hard that day, but we got the milk stand moved in to the greenhouse. It was so muddy and goopy here, and the camera was just raining so hard that I put it away. So we're now in here. It's raining again, which it just seems to rain every day. I mean, it's really been like 6 days it's been raining. 8, 10, I don't know, like 10 days. Okay, so like 10 days. Like every day. Anyway, we got it moved in. We're out of the rain to milk, and so that's a good thing. Still muddy, still yucky, but at least we don't have to stand in the rain like I am now. Planting some strawberries today. Josiah dug some shallow, wide rows, and I just got done getting all my strawberries in. We have these 2 beds, one here and one here, and I think this bed has 50 plus a few of the big ones, 55 maybe, and this one has 25, 35. I think I have a total of 90 plants, so I don't know if I did the math right, but anyway, this one has less only because I didn't split them evenly. I just kind of put them in. So, and this one has more of the big ones in it than that one. But anyway, cold day.
Neighbor told us that they have a real problem with moles eating their plants, but if they pack straw
Gophers.
around them,
Is it gophers?
gophers, sorry, yeah, gophers eating their plants. Yeah, but if they pack straw around them, it kind of hides them or confuses the gophers somehow. So hopefully that'll help us, because we definitely have gophers. I've only seen one, which was dead. But I feel like I can hear them in the morning when I walk over really bumpy soil.
It's really funny.
Yeah, I can hear all this little bubbling and creaking and stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's gophers underground.
Maybe just the little creek running down. Had so much rain the last few days.
It's true, there's enough rain that you can hear the water running out of the hillside. Just gurgle, gurgle, gurgle. There's no visible water, but you can hear underground water.
Yeah, it's crazy. Which is good, but also everything here is wet and muddy. It's very difficult to plant or sit or walk, and I feel frustrated with that, but just keep trying to plant stuff, trying to have animals. Hopefully just working steadily through making garden beds. It takes a long time to get it all in place. I feel anxious, like we should have things planted and people have things growing already, but it's cold here and it takes time to get things dug and the beds dug and things in the ground. It just takes time.
You know, it looks like I'm working and you're just sitting there, but that certainly is not.
Okay.
I just showed up in the last 2 minutes.
I put all the strawberries in the ground. Josiah dug the beds,
You're filthy, man.
but I
My
put
hands are
all.
still clean.
Okay, yeah. See, I'm the one doing the work here.
I like to just show up for credit.
He shows up at the end, does the finish work.
We got new solar panels 2 days ago, and I got the charge controller installed yesterday, but today I'm building some framework to set up the actual panels. It's more work than I thought it was going to be, but they could be on these frameworks for years, so I kind of want to give it a little more thought and plan it out. Each leg of the triangle I made with overlapping 4-foot pieces so that I can adjust, I can unscrew and move them up and down, in and out, and higher and lower, to adjust for the change in terrain here and to adjust for the seasons, because you'll change the height of the solar panel throughout the year.
That's cool.
That's the plan. We have to kill a chicken because we want to eat the chicken. Chapter 28. Butchering poultry.
Apparently the goats are interested in what we're doing too.
Hey, if you don't get out of here, you'll be next. Get.
Chicken dinner.
Tastes like chicken. Today is my 24th wedding anniversary. It's also Deanna's 24th wedding anniversary. And we're going to go into town to possibly do some antiquing and have dinner out. So I've set a deadline of noon to stop work, go get showered, possibly shave some fur off this face, and have a nice evening with my bride of 24 years. This is our date night day, and she says we should mix them.
Okay.
But no.
He got chai tea latte,
It's awesome.
which is actually really good, although maybe a little too sweet. And I got a mocha latte, and it's really good. I like it, but I like the spice in that, and so I
She
said, let's mix them.
but we can't.
Why?
There's rules about
No, there's
what
not.
you can
There's
do
no
with
rules
drinks.
about coffee.
There is.
No rules about coffee.
Watch this.
How am I supposed to do it holding both of them?
You can just take the top off. Take the top off.
Okay,
Okay.
you're gonna have to hold the tops.
I keep the tops.
We're mixing them.
It's my anniversary too.
You said we couldn't mix them, and then you told me to mix them for the video, so I'm mixing them. I don't know.
All right, let's try it.
Sure? I don't know.
Listen.
I
I
should
had
have a
more. No, I
Did I
promise.
drink more of mine than you did?
No, I had less.
Oh. See?
Hold it tight, okay?
Okay,
I'm pushing down. Okay.
got it.
There we go.
Nervous. Well, okay. Is it better or worse?
It's perfect.
Perfect. Yeah.
We should tell them that this is how they should make them.
They should make them. This
We
is how
mixed
they
them.
should make them.
It's nice that after 24 years, you still get your way.
Whatever. I didn't make you.
No,
You
it was a
made
good
me.
idea. It was a good idea. I'm glad we mixed them. I love you. Is that enough water?
Yep, more than enough.
There'll be more by the time you get out there.
Yeah, well, I'll just carry it out like this.
Yeah, let the water from the umbrella run off into it.